Hello students, I welcome you all to this YouTube channel Onkar English Classes, and this video is part 3 of the chapter The Enemy of Class 12th Vistas. So let's have the explanation. Oh, how he is bleeding, Hannah whispered again in a solemn voice. The mist screened them now completely, and at this time of day no one came by. The fishermen had gone home, and even the chance beachcombers would have considered the day at an end. "What shall we do with this man?" Sadao muttered, but his trained hands seemed of their own will to be doing what they could to stanch the fearful bleeding. He packed the wound with the sea moss that strewed the beach. The man moaned with pain in his stupor, but he did not awaken. The best thing that we could do would be to put him back in the sea, Sadao said, answering himself. Now that the bleeding was stopped for the moment, he stood up and dusted the sand from his hands. "Yes, undoubtedly that would be best," Hannah said steadily. But she continued to stare down at the motionless man. "If we were sheltered a white man in our house, we should be arrested, and if we turned him over as a prisoner, he would certainly die," Sadao said. "The kindest thing would be to put him back into the sea," Hannah said, but neither of them moved. They were staring with a curious repulsion upon the inert figure. "What is he?" Hannah whispered. So seeing the war of prisoner means that American man, Hannah said, "How he is bleeding." Hannah whispered, and she was in a solemn voice. The mist screened them now completely, and at this time of day no one came by. The fishermen had gone home. So this was the time of evening, and everyone was considered that they had considered the day at an end, means it was the end of the day. Hannah said, "What shall we do with this man?" Sadao muttered. So Sadao answered to himself and said that the best thing was to put the man back into the sea. As the bleeding stopped, he stood up and removed the dust from his hands. Hannah supported his opinion, but looked intently at the man as he lay still. Sadao said that if they gave him shelter, they would be arrested for sheltering an enemy. If they handed him over to the Japanese army as a prisoner, he would die in the prison. As he thought that both the options were not favorable, so the best option was to put him back into the sea. Hannah added that the kindest act for them was to put him back into the sea. So both of them did not move ahead to do so. Rather, they stared at the motionless figure with dislike, because they disliked him because he was an enemy, an American. Then Hannah asked for the identity of that prisoner of war by saying something. "What is he?" Hannah whispered at the end of this slide. In the last line, we can see the sentence, "What is he?" "There is something about him that looks American," Sadao said. He took up the battered cap. "Yes, they're almost gone," was the faint lettering. "A sailor," he said, "from an American warship." He spelled it out. "U.S. Navy." The man was a prisoner. In the back, Sadao agreed. Sorry, prisoner of war. He has escaped, Hannah cried softly. So Hannah was inquisitive as she asked about the man's identity. Sadao replied that he appeared to be an American. He picked up the torn cap and read the words written on it, which were slightly visible. He said that man was a sailor from an American warship and read out the words US Navy written on the cap. They concluded that the man had been taken into captivity during the war. Sadao agreed. They hesitated, looking at each other. Then Hannah said with resolution, "Come, are we able to put him back into the sea?" "If I am able, are you?" Sadao asked. So Hannah was asking कि क्या तुम इसको समुद्र में वापस डाल सकते हो? सदाओ ने पूछा, इसको डाल सकते हो वापस समुद्र में? तो हना ने बोला, अगर तुम कर सकते हो अकेले तो ठीक है, मैं नहीं कर सकती, बट इफ यू कैन डू इट अलोन. Sadao hesitated again. The strange thing is, he said, that if the man were whole, I could turn him over to the strange thing. So Sadao and Hannah discussed that the man had tried to escape from the prison and had been shot in the back. They were not able to gather the courage to throw him into the sea. Hannah called upon Sadao with firmness. She asked him if he was ready to put him into the sea. If I am able, are you? Sadao asked. अगर मैं इसको वापस डाल सकता हूँ समुद्र में तो क्या तुम भी डाल सकती हो? तो हना ने बोला, नो, बट इफ यू कैन डू इट अलोन, अगर तुम खुद कर सकते हो. So Sadao told her. Sadao hesitated again. The strange thing is, he said, if the man were whole, I could turn him over to the police without difficulty. I care nothing for him. He is my enemy. All Americans are my enemy. And he is only a common fellow. You see how foolish his face is, but since he is wounded. Sadao was reluctant in throwing the man into the sea. He reasoned that if the man was well, he would hand him over to the police without any hesitation. He added that he was not concerned about the man and considered him to be an enemy, as he was an American. He commented that the injured man was a common man, as his face looked as if he was a foolish person. He wanted to say that he was not bothered about the injured man, but this only concern was that he is wounded. You also cannot throw him back to the sea, Hannah said. Then there is only one thing to do. We must carry him into the house. So Hannah said that if he could not throw him into the sea, then the second option was to carry him home. But the servants, क्योंकि वो अपने सर्वेंट्स से बहुत डरते थे. सर्वेंट्स को अगर पता लग गया कि एक अमेरिकन को इन्होंने घर में शरण दी है तो वो शिकायत कर सकते हैं पुलिस से, और डॉक्टर सदाओ की नौकरी भी जा सकती है, पोजीशन भी जा सकती है, और वो अरेस्ट भी हो सकते हैं. बट द सर्वेंट्स, सदाओ ने बोला कि कैसे हम इसको घर में शरण दे दें. सर्वेंट्स क्या बोलेंगे फिर? वी मस्ट सिंपली टेल देम दैट वी इंटेंड टू गिव हिम टू द पुलिस, एज इंडीड वी मस्ट सदाओ. ठीक है. Hannah said that they would tell them that they intended to hand him over to the police, कि उनका पुलिस में देने का इरादा है इसको, once he recovered, एक बार ये ठीक हो जाए. She told him that they must do that. She added that they must consider their children's future. उन्होंने कहा बच्चों का भी तो ख्याल रखना है. We must think of children and your position. It would endanger all of us if we did not give this man over as a prisoner of war. उसने कहा कि हम सब लोग खतरे में पड़ सकते हैं अगर हमने उसको वापस नहीं दिया प्रिजनर ऑफ वॉर के रूप में, तो हम सब लोगों के लिए बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. Certainly, Sadao agreed. I would not think of doing anything else. So Sadao replied that certainly he would do so and he did not think of doing anything else. मतलब मैं इसको पुलिस के हवाले करूंगा, इससे ज़्यादा मैं कुछ सोच नहीं रहा हूँ, बस एक बार ये ठीक हो जाए. Thus agreed together they lifted the man. He was very light like a fowl that had been half starved for a long time until it is only feathers and skeleton. So his arms hanging, they carried him up the steps and into the side door of the house. This door opened into a passage, and down the passage they carried the man towards an empty bedroom. It had been the bedroom of Sadao's father, and since his death it had not been used. They laid the man on the deeply matted floor. Everything here had been Japanese to please the old man, who would never in his own home sit on a chair or sleep in a foreign bed. Hannah went to the wall cupboards and slid back a door and took out a soft quilt. She hesitated. The quilt was covered with flowered silk and the lining was pure white silk. He is so dirty, she murmured in distress. Yes, he had better be washed, Sadao agreed. If you will fetch hot water, I will wash him. I cannot bear for you to touch him, she said. We shall have to tell the servants he is here. I will tell Yumi now. Yumi is a maid servant. She can leave the children for a few minutes and she can wash him. So Sadao and Hannah lifted the injured man into the house. He was very light. The writer compares his weight to that of a hen. बहुत हल्का लग रहा था वो. That has not been fed for a long time and its body loses flesh. कहीं उसकी बॉडी में मांस दिखाई नहीं दे रहा था. And reduces into mere feathers and skeleton. कंकाल सा हो रहा था एकदम. The man's arms were hanging and the duo carried him up. दोनों उसको ऊपर लेके आए. The steps into the side door of the house. The door opened in the passage and they went down the passage towards an empty bedroom. The bedroom belonged to Sadao's father and had not been used after his death. The injured man was laid on the thick mat on the floor. The writer describes the room. Everything in the room was Japanese, as Sadao's father disliked foreign things. Hannah went to the cupboard in the wall and took a soft quilt. She resisted putting it on the injured man. The quilt was made of silk, had a flowery print on it, and the lining was made of pure white silk. She was sad and spoke slowly that the man was very dirty. Sadao said that the man had to be washed. Sadao asked Hannah to get hot water so that he could wash the man. Hannah did not want that Sadao should touch the man. She said that they would ask the servant to wash the injured man. She would call Yumi to leave attending the children for a few minutes and wash him. Students, thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this channel and press the bell icon if not pressed. Students, one by one and slowly I will prepare important videos on this YouTube channel to make you understand more and more about grammar. Further, I will also explain many types of grammar topics like passive voice, indirect speech, prepositions, modals, etc. You will find more and more. Thank you. Have a nice day.